Hello people, it's Gino here from realeverydayenglish.com. I'm super excited to be bringing this video to you because we have a special guest in Brent of American English with this guy. Me and Brent have been speaking recently about doing a collaboration, and it was actually Brent who came up with the idea that maybe we could speak about our own 5 favourite things about the other guy's home country. So without any further ado, let's do this. So before we get into my 5 favourite things about the United States, there's a couple of things I want to say. We are approaching winter solstice, which is the day in which we get the least amount of daylight hours here in the UK. It's on the 21st of this month, and because of that, everybody's vitamin D levels here in the UK are really low. So people start to look pale and they start to look tired due to the lack of exposure to the sun, really. The second thing I wanted to mention before I get into the 5 favourite things about the US was that I actually had a sneak peek at Brent's video, and it's an amazing quality video that he's going to be uploading. And in that video he mentioned the red phone boxes, and there's a story about them that I want to tell you. I actually used to have nightmares about them red phone boxes when I was a young child. I used to have a recurring nightmare. A nightmare is a bad dream, and I used to have the recurring nightmare that I actually got stuck in one of them red phone boxes and couldn't get out. But thankfully we don't have them anymore. I'm sure you can still find the odd one that might be left as a tourist attraction or as a way of showing the traditional phone box, but we don't have them anymore here, and I'm glad of that because I don't have nightmares anymore. Okay, so these are not in any particular order, but number 1 on my list of favourite things from the US is the group the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay, this is an alternative rock group from Los Angeles, and they were actually formed in my year of birth, which is 1983. So I really like the band's music, and one of my favourite songs by them is Californication, which was released in 1999. And if you go to that song on the official Red Hot Chili Peppers YouTube channel, you'll see that it has around 768 million views. So it's a very popular song. So go ahead and go and check it out. Number 2 is Central Park, New York, particularly at Christmas time, okay? And the reason for that is because they have a huge Christmas tree there in Central Park, and they also have a ice rink. Now, I love Christmas trees. I always have since being a child. I love Christmas, and I also love to ice skate. So there's two birds with one stone, as we would say in British English, because you've got the ice rink and you've got the Christmas tree. And I first became aware of Central Park, New York because it featured in the film Home Alone 2, which is my favourite Christmas movie of all time. Both Home Alone 1 and 2 are equally good, so they are both my favourite Christmas movie of all time. Number 3 on my list is the Golden Gate Bridge, which is a really famous American landmark in San Francisco. The reason I like this is because of the engineering that must have gone behind it, and also the view of the bridge on the skyline. From what I've seen on films and stuff, because I've never actually been to the US, it just seems amazing. And I always think about the level of engineering that must have gone into such a structure. I first became aware of this structure because I saw it on the 1978 movie Superman, in which it was destroyed partially by an earthquake. Number 4 is American style pancakes. These are delicious, and that's about all I can say about them. I love the flavour. I've never actually been to America, so I haven't had American pancakes from America, but the closest I've got is we have a coffee house locally here in Manchester called Moose Coffee, and they serve American pancakes, and they're absolutely beautiful. But on that note, I'm going to bring in the expert from the US of A. Here's Brent from American English with this guy to teach us a little bit more about American style pancakes. Over to you, Brent.
Gino, thank you so much for inviting me on your channel. I was so happy to hear that you were doing pancakes for your favorite things about the United States. I've heard that some people think Americans are lazy, and yeah, we kind of are. And sometimes when it comes to pancakes, we can be lazy because we make our pancakes from a mix called Bisquick. And all you have to do is add water and voila, you have your pancakes. But on the weekends, when Americans have more time, sometimes we will make our pancakes from scratch. And when I use the term from scratch, I mean adding all of the basic ingredients like flour, sugar, milk, all the things that make pancakes, pancakes. And if we want to make those pancakes really special, we might add mix-ins. Mix-ins are what Americans call things you add to the batter, or maybe you add them to the ice cream. Some popular mix-ins in the United States for our pancakes are blueberries, chocolate chips, bananas, possibly apples and cinnamon. One thing we love to put on our pancakes is butter. We like to put butter on almost everything, but also maple syrup. And where I live in New England, it's in the upper northeast corner of the United States, we actually produce maple syrup here. And it is so popular that in the month of March, there is a Sunday we call Maine Maple Sunday. And Maine is the actual state I live in. Maple syrup is produced the most when the nights are cool, but the days are warm. We say the maple syrup is running when this happens. When Maine Maple Sunday happens, farmers will open their farms and invite people in to show them how they make maple syrup. They might also have maple syrup to buy, maple syrup to try, even maple syrup candy that they can taste. Gino, thank you so much for having me on your channel. Again, I am Brent from American English with this guy. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini lesson on pancakes and maple syrup.
Brent, thank you so much for appearing on the channel and teaching us a little bit more about American pancakes. Guys, if you haven't been to Brent's channel yet, make sure you get over there and check his channel out. He has an amazing channel. He's doing some amazing work. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description below, and in the comments I'm going to put a link to the collaboration video that Brent has made for you guys, okay? Number 5 on my list, which is last but no means least, is the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a world famous canyon in Arizona which was carved out by the Colorado River. And something famous about the bridge which always sticks to my mind was the American stuntman Evel Knievel, who actually jumped a 200-foot chasm on his motorbike of the Grand Canyon. Now that takes some serious nerves. I hope you enjoyed this video, people. Please don't forget to go over and check out Brent's channel. He's doing some amazing things over there. Until the next video, peace and love. God bless. Bye bye. Ciao.